Hello, fantasy goats. Welcome to the free agency frenzy show. I know, you frenzied?
Oh boy, but between sleeper notifications, Discord notifications, and NFL notifications this morning, I think I might sprain my thumb from sweat.
All giving you the same notification, though.
Pretty much, yeah. God.
War Chief, how's your frenzy?
My frenzy's great.
Your frenzy's great?
Yeah, I mean, we'll probably talk about it a little bit later, but I see two prominent teams who were projected to potentially get Jeremiah Love. They signed other running backs today.
Yes,
So,
they did.
Yeah, so I mean, do we forecast that? I kind of forecasted that, right?
The last mock draft we did, we spoke about how he was what's stopping like one of these teams, whether it's the Titans or whether it's the Cardinals, even. What's stopping them from drafting this guy all the way up there? Yeah, he's not slipping. He's not going to fall like he should.
I think he's going to go get out of the top 10. I don't think he's top 10. I'll be the top 10 guy.
Welcome to the LA Rams.
All right, well, goats, Jay Goat baby, there he is, man. There he is. Hope everything's well, my guy. Hope you've had a nice winter. Stayed warm. Mikey to the motherfucking Bay Area. ETN to the Saints. Yeah, well, these are. Look, let me share my overall. Well, it's not belief. Let me share with you what I think about today, okay? Because it became evident that not only were we getting these signings in like batches and clusters, like I think it was by design. I think this was all by design. I really do. I think like, okay, you know what? We're not going to let anyone digest any one single free agency signing. Who kicked it off? Alec Pierce kicks it off with a bang. Then we got to Kenny Walker. Then we got to, so on and so on. Then, of course, you're mixing in the defensive players. But nevertheless, they came in clusters, but non-stop clusters. So it wasn't like, it wasn't like, oh, shit, look at this. Like, no, they're going crazy. It was more, to me, this was a concentrated approach. It really was. That's where my mind was going. Now, does that make any difference to the outcome? No, not at all. So let's talk about the outcome. Well, we just got some names right off the bat, right, Rhino? We got Kenny Walker. Let's talk about Kenny Walker. Kenny Walker.
Alec Pierce.
Let's do Alec Pierce first, then. Alec Pierce, he signs.
They sign out, then they trade Pittman.
In a good subsequent move.
Daniel Jones isn't signed yet. Daniel Jones is asking for $50 million coming off from the freaking Achilles injury. Who's going to be thrown to Pierce? And was he overpaid?
Now, see, I don't think he was overpaid, but I'm also a bigger Alec Pierce fan than a lot. I was upset when I saw he re-signed with the Colts. I don't think this outlooks him to be in a better position. Like I said, because who's their quarterback? I mean, Daniel Jones with a healthy Achilles is not the greatest. So now he has a bad Achilles, and he's not going to be the greatest. So they have no first round pick again next year. So I mean, it's going to be Alec Pearson. Alec Pearson's going to be making a lot of money in Indianapolis, and the reports are that he turned down more money to be in a more stable situation. I don't believe that one bit.
No,
because
how's that
the Patriots were in it, and the Commanders were in it, and he said no, which is just
how was having a quarterback come off Achilles injury, a coach that if does not perform is probably gone, along with the GM. How's that stable? It don't make no sense to me, but hey, good for him, man. He got the bag.
He got a bag. And the subsequent move to trade Pittman to the Steelers, which we could also talk about. I mean, that's not that wasn't a terrible trade, but not a terrible. Yeah, the Colts are leaning into Alec Pierce. They're going to be asking. I mean, we think he's got this potential. I don't know if it's. I don't see. Here's the tricky part. If you he got an upfront bag, and they're calling him the highest paid free agent wide receiver. I'm not even sure where they're getting that from, but that doesn't forget that part. The average annual is only $23 million. So in that respect. Mm-hmm. He got paid I think he got paid accordingly, as a matter of fact. or maybe if you look at it like that, maybe a little underpaid. They just gave him a bag up front. Stay with us for 4 years. Run it back with us for 4 years. We've got some things going. Don't you worry about the quarterback situation. Let us. But I don't. Who knows if that part even came up from his camp to the Colts. Now, if the Colts want to give him a little bit of a blueprint outline, that's up to them.
If I'm the Colts, I'm looking to maybe freaking get Kirk Cousins or another quarterback in there, because otherwise you might be leaning on Riley Leonard for the first 2 months of the season.
And more will be revealed with that. Yeah. I'm sure more will be revealed, because as you pointed out, which would be on my mind as well. You have a quarterback that has to he has to try to get back. Mm-hmm. We're not even talking about Riley Leonard's being slept on. Jay Goat says, forget about whether he's good or not good, efficient or not efficient. He's injured. All right, let's move. Alec Pierce, 4 years. Congratulations. The Skywalker. This one is a little. Okay, so didn't surprise me. No, I thought there was a good chance that maybe Seattle would retain him. And again, that average annual tells me, like, he just didn't want to be there anymore, is what it tells me. Or they didn't want him.
Yeah.
14 million, right?
14. That's the franchise tag.
I mean, I feel like that's more than deserving for the guy who won you the Super Bowl. I mean, let's be honest. He carried you through the whole playoffs, and he had the best performance of the playoffs while he won MVP. I thought that was more than reasonable. I just think the Seahawks didn't want him at the end of the day. I know he has been injured, but I mean, you still repay the guy who ultimately was the reason why you won the Super Bowl. Like, you got to just pay that guy and just live with the consequences after, in my opinion.
And he still they can carry the load, in the playoffs. So and then you would think they would try to address the other running back spot through free agency, but they haven't. I don't know who else is out there right now. Rico got signed by freaking Pittsburgh.
Jair's gone. ETN's gone. Another one's gone. He got signed to the St. James Conner's gone.
Yeah. Algiers gone.
It's easier. It's easier. It's easier to tell you who's available.
Yeah.
At this point. No, I'm serious. Man, they don't really fit that mold.
No, just some Jags.
And Charbonnet has an ACL injury. Like, I don't even know who the running back is going to be.
Hominy.
We're gonna have to cross. The Seahawks are gonna have to cross that bridge at another time. Maybe that's tomorrow. Maybe that's tonight. Maybe they bring in Rashad White, who's available. Maybe they bring in Pacheco, who's available. It's clear. Let's shift back over to what Kansas City is getting in Kenny Skywalker. This is probably one of the better backs that they've had in a while. I mean, I get that Pacheco had a solid season and a Super Bowl run with them, but I think he's a better athlete than Pacheco. I think he's a better running back than Isaiah Pacheco. How about that?
Well, absolutely. No, he's a better everything than Isaiah Pacheco.
Yeah, he's a better running back than Isaiah Pacheco, and I believe with Eric Bieniemy, they may unlock a little bit more from him. So we do have a 3 down potential with Kenny Skywalker in Kansas City. Again, they got away with it. Kansas City got away with a good deal here, and I'm surprised by this dude. I guess maybe he's not really. Maybe he's thinking more along the lines of, look, man, I'm lucky to be here. I just won a Super Bowl. I've been blessed for 4 seasons. I mean, the son of a military father. Like, maybe this isn't going through his mind. Like Alec Pierce, conversely, goes on shows, goes on Kay Adams, talks about, like, his value. All of Twitter thinks that he's getting over 30 a year, which would have been absurd. And so, like, this is a little, like, compare and contrast here. So yeah, again, the Chiefs made out with a really good running back for a good cost. And for fantasy J-Goat, for fantasy purposes, yeah, he gets a little dinged up. Nothing too catastrophic if you look at his injury profile. And I mean, I would say he's projecting to be a 3-down guy right now. Maybe. Okay, so you come off the field for 3rd down, because we know he did come off the field in Seattle on 3rd down, but I don't think that means that he's not capable of being a 3-down back. That's not what that means.
I think that was their decision, and he's very capable of being a 3-down back. He can carry that load.
He definitely is. He's shown that. I mean, 2 years ago, like, he was averaging like 3.5, 4 receptions with Geno Smith at quarterback. He's more than capable of being a 3-down role. It's just about his health.
He's a volume running back. He could catch passes and he could block. And going into your 5th year in the league, you're qualified. You're qualified, Kenny Skywalker. Now, good for you.
I like what Jeff said about the Seahawks O-line help winning them the chip. Now, does he go down a notch with Kansas City's O-line compared to Seattle's O-line?
No, Kenny goes up.
Does he go up?
Kenny did it really, like, all himself. I can think about all the jukes and all of the making the first tackler miss. I can think of those all fresh out of my head. Like, he was really creating for that offense. Not that the Seahawks offensive line is as bad as it was in previous seasons. Like, it wasn't, but it's not as good as Kansas City's is about to be. Like, Kansas City's O-line is about to get a lot better off of draft picks and, them making additional moves.
And that additional move not being Travis Kelce, right, for $12 million, 1 more year.
That's nice little. Let's run back 1 more year. Here's $12 million. We're going.
Congratulations on your wedding, type of thing. Yeah.
This will help pay for it.
Yep.
I want to lean into the war chief. I mean, I have to believe that they're not done, and they need to continue to address the offensive line. Yes, I mean, it wasn't that terrible last season, was it?
Who, Seattle or Kansas City?
Kansas City.
No, Kansas City. It wasn't terrible. It's just a lot of inconsistency. Like the first round pick last year, he didn't play a large chunk of the season, and then when he came back, he got injured. Jawan Taylor's Jawan Taylor. And Jawan Taylor's gone now. Creed Humphreys is still the best center in the NFL. Trey Smith is still a top 5 guard in the NFL. And can't remember who their left guard is. I think they're fooling with a couple guys there, but aside from that, they're going to be a lot better next year. Like I said, they have the draft capital to make it a better O-line, and they have enough money to make it a better O-line as well.
But they also need to fix their secondary now too. They lost.
I agree.
Not only McDuffie but Watson, and also their top safety and Cook.
Let's not forget we got the we've got the mother loving NFL draft next month, April 23rd. This year it's in Pittsburgh. Last year it was in Green Bay with Green Bay's own, the owner of the Packers, Sniper Mel.
What's up, Sniper?
Yeah, Jay, we're monitoring that closely. We spoke about that a couple of nights ago. Trent Williams and the Niners are attempting to negotiate. They want to keep Trent Williams in town It's just they're not. I don't know how
If,
close they
if
are.
they did, then why would they put him on the trading block?
I don't
And then why would they sign a tackle today?
because they need to stay. They need A
Insurance
depth,
policy.
B. How about the future, right? And C. Who said that? Who put him on the trade block? Do we know who, or is that just like surface? From what I heard, the two were meeting. That's according to someone who was quoting Kyle Shanahan.
It was a legitimate source that said that he's put on trade block.
Well, it was initially reported that they were going to release him, and then it turned into, okay, we're going to try to trade him first before we just release him.
Of course, so you'd want to do that first.
But how much you going to get out of a 38-year-old tackle coming off injury? You know,
I mean, not a ton, but when you're talking about a different athlete like Trent Williams at 38 is like a good offensive tackle at the age of 30. So and he's also, he got to stay healthy too, man. But it could just be a 49er thing. Like, he could just be substation, and that's the reason why he's been getting hurt this whole time.
It's the substation. That's why I thought Mike Evans going there was a perfect fit. Considering that, he likes to miss a few games here and there each of the last few seasons, and now training in Santa Clara at the substation. I mean, it's a match made in heaven as far as I'm concerned. I was joking a few nights ago when I replied to somebody and said, "Yo, if it's not going to be with the Bucks," which so I am surprised by that he's not with the Bucks, that he would go to the Niners. And yeah, here we are for $20 million. 3 years when he retires, probably without a Super Bowl. Probably. He'll be 35 years old, making 20 mil, up to 20 million. Is this who I don't see either side really. I mean, I guess Mike Evans, but I don't know what the Niners are really getting here. I don't know what the Niners are getting here.
I like the signings. I like Mike Evans. Him and Pearsall. I don't know what Juwan Jr. is going to do because Evan Bourne got signed, or Kendrick Bourne got signed. But I would have thought they would have made a run at Dobbs.
They may still.
I mean, they still might need to.
He's still available.
I mean, Mike. When I saw that he signed to the 49ers, the first thing I thought was, okay, I think his priority was to potentially win another championship. But when the 49ers threw that much money at him, he was like, I'll just chase the last big contract I'll ever get. It's hard to turn down $20 million when you're declining. Like, you're not the same guy you were. Someone's going to offer you same thing with boxers. Boxers who are on they get this big prize fight at the end. It's like, I got to cash out. And I think that's how Mike looked at it.
Yeah.
I guess. I mean, there's something. There's lore, I guess, going from. I mean, the Buccaneers aren't a bad franchise either, though. So that's why it's kind of like head scratching. Like they kind of like re-imaged themselves over the last 10, 15, 20 years. I think the Patriots are looking at Romeo. I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, that'd be a good fit for him.
I wouldn't be surprised. I think Romeo would be a good fit on many teams.
Mm-hmm.
Many teams, Romeo would be a good fit at a good dollar, at a good value. Yeah, Jay Goat's already. He's telling us. I think Jay Goat is like boots on the ground over there. I think that's what that is. I think he's boots on the ground. He knows the substation is doing something screwy.
Something gnarly out there.
Doing something screwy, although
there is a legitimacy to that kind of stuff because
I know there is some legitimacy to it in terms of like electromagnets in the air going into the body. Something. I wouldn't be surprised if there was something to it. It kept Christian McCaffrey healthy last season. Let's not forget that. And also Trent Williams. Trent Williams wasn't really banged up last year, was he? That was 2 seasons ago. He was messed up
last year.
I mean, it doesn't surprise me. He's 38 and he weighs what, 320, 340?
350, 360.
350, 360. Yeah, he's a big boy.
He's a big boy. He's a big boy. He's still moving up.
He's a big crybaby. He's a crybaby. I'll just be happy that AJ Brown goes somewhere else. AJ Brown is still a Eagle until we see a trade otherwise. And Howie's not going to move that dude for anything less than a 1, or he's going to keep him because he's a good football player. That comes from Howie Roseman. So unless a team's going to fork over a first-round pick, the same thing that Howie paid for him, that's what he paid for AJ. That's what he wants back for AJ.
The way it works.
It's not the way it works. Mike Evans for fantasy, real fast, and then let's move. Let's move to another a wide receiver darling. Mike Evans for fantasy. Is this someone that we're going to take? Is this someone that you want?
I'll take it. Yeah, I'll take a stab in the late rounds.
I'll take it. Yeah, definitely will take a stab at him. Aside from everything that I just said, 49ers wide receivers eat. They do, and he's probably the most talented wide receiver that they've had. Even at age 32, he's more talented than Debo. He's more talented than Ayuk. He's more talented than Jawan Jennings. Kyle's going to find a way to get him the football.
He'll be a good target. He'll be a good target for Brock. I don't know how much that's going to transfer to fantasy, but he'll be a good one. How about one of my local favorites, no longer local, Juan Delius. Juan Delius is coming in at a 4-year, $38 million guaranteed, 19.5 per year. Juan Delius Robinson connecting back with Brian Dable. War Chief, you liking that one?
I love it.
Tell us.
I love it because of the familiarity with Brian Daboll, and I love it that he's going to be used the same way that I think Cam was relying on like Xavier Restrepo in college. I see that same thing with Wandale. He'll have that reliance on him. I don't know what they're going to do on the outside. They still got some things going on the outside. I know they love Shamir DK, but he just feels like such a gadget guy. But they needed somebody else out there with an A.O. Manor. Get rid of Ridley.
I mean, I thought it was
Is Ridley still on the team?
Yeah, he's still on the team for now.
He's still on the team. It's amazing that they didn't just release him yet. I don't know why they wouldn't release him. And again, maybe for tomorrow's show, part 2. I'd like to get into the defenses tomorrow for part 2. Defensive players, IDP players. That's right, Sniper. You know what time it is. The Shepherd's coming for the IDP. By the way, guys, don't forget to like and subscribe. All the goats listening to us for the first time, watching us for the first time. We're doing exciting things, man. Exciting stuff behind the scenes. All in due time. It's coming. Wandale, fast, knows he's going to know the playbook. So that's easy. That's like you don't have to teach him anything. No new system. Okay, fantastic. And again, much like what I just said about Walker, Rhino. We're talking about a dude now entering his 5th year. You're a veteran. You've kind of made it now, Wandale. Good for God. You know what? I am proud. I'm proud of you. Good for you. You made it. You've
been in the league longer than 5 years.
Well, I didn't hear the question.
It just sounds funny that he's only been in the league for 5 years, but I know you're right. But
he's been in the league for 4 years. He's going into his 5th.
But it just seems like he's been in for a long time. You know what I mean?
It seems like Wandale seems like he's been in the league longer. Walker, I know. Well, they all seem like that now, don't they? Hey, Goats, let me know if we are still going to do that Fantasy Goats League. I'm so down to be in that league. Oh shit, J Goat.
You know it's on.
J Goat.
Hey, J Goat too. If you're interested in IDP, I got a second round Rebels League going on.
I don't know if we're ready for J Goat.
Yeah.
But I mean I'll be more than happy to put J Goat in a league in the Goats League with Goats. You know, I'll put him in with some of the NFL Network guys. But yeah. I don't want any part of J Goat. J Goat, I don't want to be embarrassed. I get embarrassed enough sometimes by others.
I get embarrassed in that league. I literally go in that league. I literally talk the biggest stuff. You guys watch this every day, and then JX comes to the last.
All in good fun. It's all about fun, J Goat. It's all about fun. Come on, I'm trying to face you. All right.
Really quick. You know what's funny? So Someone told me, I'm not going to reveal who it was. Okay, somebody told me they were in the league with me, and they're like, "Man, you really helped me a lot. I finished pretty high in your guys' league." He's like, I kind of took some of the things you said on the show
So
about.
that makes me happy.
Yeah, I know.
That makes me happy.
It kind of made me happy too. But then he was like, he finished so high, and he was like, "But yeah, you finished kind of low," and I was like, "I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is." Malik Neighbors hurt me a lot.
Hello, hi.
Yeah,
We're attached to that, but yeah, we're gonna talk a little bit more Giants. I think more Giants tomorrow because they did more on defense. Isaiah, you know what? Let's talk Isaiah Likely, or should we just save Isaiah Likely for the rest of them?
Freaking stop.
Well, just really quick because I want to speak about Wandell's fantasy
Yes, go.
situation really quick. Do we think he still might be in the same situation that he's kind of always been? I think he still might be like a round 9 guy, round 10 guy. Just because of the.
I think he might go up now.
You think?
I think he goes up.
He's shown us
around 7.
He showed us enough in the last 2 seasons where he could be a reliable go-to wide receiver. It's not going to show up every week. It's going to be a little inconsistent, but if he pops, when he pops, it pops. So I think he'll get pushed up a little bit. I'm thinking 6th, 7th in March ADP. March.
Ooh,
7th.
I got to check the ADPs. I just feel like people will be afraid of the uncertainty of Cam. I can't remember his last name, but the quarterback.
Ward.
Yeah, Cam Ward. There you go. Yeah, but yeah, I mean, I would definitely feel a 6-7, but we'll see.
I'm actually in the middle of the start of draft today, so I'll let you know where he goes at.
Good to know.
That March ADP. Startup Dynasty also. That's going to be a little. That's going to be
right now.
A little different.
It's going to be skewed. 2 QB gets skewed. Dynasty skewed, but that's okay. Yeah, let us know where Wandelius is moving off to. Do you want to save Isaiah Likely for tomorrow, or do you want to do Isaiah Likely right now? I think that's a home run for the Giants.
Mm-hmm.
That's someone who's going to play I would say he's going to play in the slot.
We're going to see the true Isaiah Likely, not the here and there Isaiah Likely. We're going to see probably a top 5 finish Isaiah Likely.
Well,
really
close to it. He might be French because so they lost Wandell, right? So they had Malik Neighbors. Who else? I mean, they'll probably draft a wide receiver, but they will lean on Likely a lot.
Okay.
Johnson isn't gone.
He's not gone, but
Bellinger is the tight end that is now
left.
Free. Yeah, released or traded or something happened with Bellinger.
He's signed to the Titans.
You said something interesting, Rhino. We're gonna see the real Isaiah Likely. So at first knee jerk, I was like, yes, but then it came circling right back to me. I was like, well, wait a minute. Well, we saw the real Isaiah Likely.
Okay, we'll see we have Isaiah Likely is getting the
Isaiah Likely's had
the targets.
Targets. Isaiah Likely's had the same coaching people now, minus one Munkin. I'm inclined to go along with that because I think that he's going to be used as a top target earner, not the top target, but maybe second. Yeah, he could very well be a second target earner for this Giants offense and Jackson Dart. Yeah, so they knew they weren't getting Linderbaum. Now going to the Vegas Raiders. Congratulations there. They knew they weren't going to get that. They weren't doing that. So they pivoted. They pivoted to they wanted Isaiah Likely. He wanted Isaiah Likely. Just like he wants Caleb Downs and he wants Sonny Styles. he wants some of these dogs. But again, that's a different conversation, guys. I could literally getting like a lot of red zone looks.
Yeah. Big time.
He's big time contested 50-50.
Mm-hmm.
I'll point to that last catch that he made. The last catch that that he made of the 2025 Raven season. Like amazing how he came down with that. Saved it, a big, huge fourth down catch. He's got some big play chops. And all right, congratulations, Isaiah Likely coming to New York. Not with a full clean bill of health either, right? I mean, he's had a little bit of injury history. Who hasn't though? Sniper. Who hasn't had a hiccup here and there? All right, where let's go to let's stay on point here. We covered Mike Evans. We covered Juan Delius. How about this, guys? How about Mr. Travis Etienne? Come on down, Travis, making 13 mil per for 4
That's good.
years.
Good
Good deal.
price for him. Good price
deal.
for him. Good for New Orleans.
Mm-hmm.
What happens with Kamara?
As of now, he's on the team.
Yeah, I think they're writing it out.
You
He's
think
got
you're right?
one- he's
So how
got-
do you think the backfield's going to look? So we know ETN would be RB1. So there'll be a fight for RB2 between Kamara, Kendra Miller, and Neil.
know. Yeah, I think that's the way it goes. I mean, I don't really think it's a real fight. They might be out on Kendrick Miller just because of the injuries.
Yeah.
Or they're like I said, they're out on one of the two. Like they're out on Kamara because of the age and the decline, or they're out on Kendrick Miller and the injuries. I think it more leans to they're out on Kamara. I think Kamara is going to get moved. I know he doesn't want to move, but I think he might be going to move. Why do you restructure his contract to not affect you if he is moved if you don't plan on moving him? You know.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I think
That's
more.
great. That move kind of surprised me because I didn't really see ETN going to the Saints. I thought maybe the Saints might draft Love, but him going to the Saints that was kind of a surprise move. I like it though. I like it. And he'll do even better with Kellen Moore's offensive system.
Well, he had a good season last year.
I think he might do better under Kellen Moore.
Travis Etienne quietly, I believe, was a top 12 fantasy running back or top. He was definitely quietly,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and he excelled in that offense. So yeah, I think he could do well in the Saints offense, but it is a little murky.
Yeah.
I still think there's a possibility that Kamara gets moved. I mean, look, if you're looking at it from today's standpoint, look, if Mike Evans could pick himself up and do an Airbnb for 3.5, 4 months at a time, so could Alvin Kamara next season in Denver. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, I liked this one, Sniper. I liked Kenny Gainwell is now in Tampa.
I like it too.
On a small contract, nothing too crazy. 2 years, blah blah blah. I can get you the exact number now. Kenny Gainwell, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. 7. Yeah. 2 years, total of 14. 10 million up front. This is someone that we know is very good on third down. This is someone that will be able to, we think he'll be able to, maybe push Bucky in the right direction. Maybe, or just be out there for 40% of the time.
Probably. And plus you get the upside of his special teams.
Situationally.
Mm-hmm.
I know everyone's freaking out about Bucky too because they're like, "Oh my god, get it!" Bucky works better in a stable. He's not a lead guy. We gotta understand fantasy's changing. Jahmyr Gibbs is not better as the guy. He's better in a stable.
Mm-hmm.
He's better as a one-play touchdown kind of guy. I don't understand people are just like kind of their hair's on fire because they signed Kenny Gainwell.
Yeah, they were losing their minds.
I
It
like.
cracks me up, man. Don't overthink it. Don't overthink it. Yeah. Game will come in for passing downs a little bit. It'll probably be like a maybe 75-25 split,
Yeah, so I'm thinking.
maybe 65-35 at the most, at the worst. But I don't like he just like JF said, he'll get Sean Tucker's goal lines. I don't know. He's not built for a goal line back. Gainwell isn't. Maybe out of the backfield catching the
Sean
ball.
Tucker is also not on the team anymore.
No.
I think, look, Kenny Gainwell is going to be there to support the efforts. He's going to be able to be there on third down. Give him 35%. 35%. That's what I would be projecting right now. Of course, if something looks, let me put it this way. I think when they hit camp, fast forward, we'll know like if like he's getting first team reps and if they're really trying to work him into like a more early down situation. I don't see that. That's never been his thing. But the Gainwell goal line though stuff, I think that's a little. I think that's underlooked. I think he can play on that goal line, right? I mean,
he's not a power back though. I think Bucky is a better suited goal line back than Gainwell, unless it's out of the backfield like screens and stuff. But
okay, Malik Willis. Congratulations, Malik Willis. You are a Miami Dolphin. That one was no surprise at all. That's why I kind of opened the show. Was it a frenzy? This wasn't a frenzy. No, this was all like expected. Malik Willis, 3 years. Good contract. Tua subsequently signing with the Falcons.
Let's
stick with Malik though. Let's stick with Malik.
Ridiculous.
3-year contract. 22.5 for a quarterback.
That's nice contract.
For someone who started 6 games, right?
Yeah.
He started 6 games.
Mm-hmm.
Alec Pierce is making about the same. Look, I don't want to cast any opinion, any commentary for Malik Willis because it's way too small of a sample.
You don't know.
Way too small of a sample. He had 3 poor games in a poor system in Tennessee, and then he went 2-1 in a very good offensively sound system, but was not really asked to do too much in that system. Not too much. Again, I'm looking at the whole war chief, the whole entire spectrum of his career. Not like, okay, yeah, we saw like some great stuff in one game and boom, that triggered this signing. I don't know. What? I think he'll probably be a good the contract's telling me he's a bridge. Excuse me.
A little bit.
That's what that contract's telling me. 22.5. For the last 4 or 5 years, you've been a backup for the most part. So now you're getting a little bit of bridge money and you do well, we'll handsomely reward you. I'm sure they will too. If this is if this is really a hit,
yeah,
they'll extend Malik. So this was a nice prove it, bridge me, bridge deal, bridge me, baby. It's like dodgeball, ball me, Blazer. Yeah, the Titans are cooking. They sure are, Tron. Sure are.
Titans are cooking, actually.
All right, guys. Tua, on the other hand, is cooking in Atlanta. They got good food in Atlanta. He's cooking now.
Is he there just in case Penix can't go?
What else? What else? What else? It has to be. I heard some ridiculousness the other day that he may not get a job at all because he's left-handed.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. That's ridiculous.
That's absolutely ridiculous. But here's what makes sense regarding it. Now that Tua's in Atlanta, it's a left-handed quarterback backing
Right.
up a left-handed quarterback. So that's why it kind of makes sense. Did someone say something? Who's Tua? The Titans are cooking. Tron goat, baby. The Wandelius, baby. They're not done either. Those Titans
So
aren't done.
do you think that him signing this deal so fast with the Falcons, do you think there really wasn't that much interest out there for him?
That's what I'm thinking.
Yes, I don't think there was much interest for him, and let's not, and also the contract restraints. So Miami had to have released him. Obviously, they couldn't do anything else with him. They're eating that contract, and now Tua signs for a minimum. Yeah,
I figured it would have been in a better situation, but I'm just thinking the interest wasn't there because anybody could have signed him for 1.3, right? Like anybody.
Yeah.
anybody.
But for him to go to Atlanta, and like you said, it just feels like, hey man, look, we have a left-handed backup plan, like, it just felt like, well, that if that's the case, then let's just do that. Like I don't feel like he had much interest elsewhere.
Are you guys surprised that he was signed before Kyler Murray? And what does that say about Kyler Murray?
No. I think Kyler does have options. That's a difference.
He's sitting at home, hopefully with some family, or hopefully with good people surrounding him, and they are weighing their options thoroughly.
Yeah, because I think he's looking at it like we can't do dysfunction again. We can't.
No.
And respectfully to the Jets, that's why I never thought he was going to the Jets. Because I think he's just like, I can't do dysfunction again. I can't.
According to that new league rule that they wrote in last year for this season, each team was allowed 5 video calls with players. So maybe he used all those up today with 5 teams, 5 finalists, and now he's weighing his options. There's no real rush.
No.
So it might be now. Kyler will probably drop, if not tomorrow, sometime soon. I don't see this going on. Well, of course, Aaron Rodgers decides still not to sign. No surprise there. Sniper's fave. JX like you're bored. LAPD is back, baby. The LAPD.
Clink, clink.
Malik Willis, Kyler Murray, Tua, the left-handed Tua. Kyle Pitts, we know, was tagged. Let's try to dig up one more because there was a lot of stuff on defense that I want to hit tomorrow, and then we'll do some.
I like Rico to the Steelers. I think that's a good signing.
Not terrible.
That kills us though.
Not terrible.
That kills us. Caleb.
Oh, well, there's that. But McCarthy generally runs a two running back room.
Yeah.
And he played good underneath McCarthy.
Yeah. So I mean, by signing Rico Dowdle, it was kind of like, okay, we just lost Gainwell. Let's replace it. It's Gainwell's replacement. Oh, a little bit different, but in terms of bodies, right? It's one guy we lost. We added this guy. Well, I'm leaving. I'm going to leave the light on for Caleb. I've got a lot.
Jalen Warren's still there too. That's why I'm like,
right.
Dang.
That's true. Also,
that's why I'm like, dang man, like give him a shot.
Jalen Warren. I think Rodgers plays. Bro, Caleb Johnson is. J Goat. I'm still scarred from it last season. I'm still scarred. Caleb. Again, that's something that we're gonna have to fast forward that. We're gonna have to put a pin in Caleb Johnson. We gotta see what the hell it looks like. I bet you he'll be at mini camps or off-season OTAs. I'm sure if not, the alarms are gonna go off.
Two big shockers to me.
Go ahead.
One,
Big
not
time.
not the re-sign, but the amount of money. It was very shocking to me for Rashid Shaheed.
Yeah,
$17 million a year for a receiver who can't get 1,000. I know he has the upside of the return and everything, but He got the Super Bowl bump. And secondly, the big surprise to me, that was actually a surprise that the Broncos re-signed J.K. Dobbins.
Oh, I like that.
That absolutely just shook me. I was like, wow, we're going to run that back.
It actually runs.
But it makes sense though.
It runs counter to what I heard from them in terms of like, our sports performance, our training staff. We don't really, we're uber focused on players' health, and we don't want really players that have injury history. Womp,
Well,
womp, womp. I mean, maybe that was a smoke signal, not the part that they have like a world class, wellness center, but it runs counter to what I heard straight out of that guy's mouth, not Sean Payne, but the GM Patton. Anyway, good for JK. Supposedly,
he was doing good. He was doing good till he got hurt.
And supposedly he made also he professed he went like out of his way to like tell management that he wanted to really be there.
Yeah.
So I'm buying that as well. I don't think they would say that otherwise.
Oh no, I wouldn't doubt that he begged and pleaded for a job either. I would not. Yeah. I would not put that against him.
Max.
One really sneaky good signing, Jalen Naylor to the Raiders.
Very good signing.
Yeah,
very good signing.
It's sneaky good right there. I think he automatically goes into the probably wide receiver 2 spot, maybe wide receiver 1.
I was this close to sending out the post. That's the signal that JJ McCarthy will not be starting. That's his guy.
That's his guy.
That's his guy. That's his guy. His guy ain't Justin Jefferson. His guy ain't Jordan Addison. His guy is Naylor.
And he's shown enough the last couple seasons that give him the opportunity, give him the targets. He's going to perform good. So in my thinking, my little pea brain thinking, I'm thinking him and Tucker on the outside, then Jack Best in the slot. Bowers.
Jack Best. That's your guy, Jack Best.
That's not.
Is there okay?
But it's not bad either, especially once they get a real quarterback.
Jay Goat says that Max and Lamar are smoking a pack right now. They're smoking it up big time. How many years will it take for the Ravens to win a Super Bowl? I heard my call at the Giants. They'll win one within 5 years. Ravens, when are they winning the Super Bowl?
I don't think they win one.
I don't think so. Will
all right.
They need offensive line help.
I'm saying like within this Max Crosby Lamar era.
I don't think they'll win one.
All right, that's fair.
I initially, I off of just pure instinct, I liked the trade because I wanted to see Max go to a place where he can flourish and not have to carry the team on his back on defense. And then I thought about it some more, and I'm like, they traded the 2 first-round picks, and they don't have an offensive line, and their best receiver is Zay Flowers. Ooh, that's an issue.
And they let Lindenbaum go.
They let Lindenbaum go, and they let Isaiah Likely go. Yeah. Mark Andrews has not looked like Mark Andrew in years now. So if Mark Andrews is supposed to look like Mark Andrews now, I don't know.
I think the other tight end, Kohler's gone too.
Kohler's gone. And so they have a 2nd-round pick, 3rd-round pick, so forth and so on. But I mean, that's not good enough to put this offense over. Lamar's not. Let's just be honest. Lamar's not getting better. He's not. He's getting older. He needs more help. Like, you need to get dudes next to him. The only dude that's next to him is Derrick Henry. And Derrick Henry's not getting any better either. He's only getting worse. Like, I just don't think the offense is going to be.
Put some respect on Zay Flowers' name.
I will not.
Put some damn respect on Mark Andrews' name.
The only place I'm putting flowers is on the casket.
The only place I'm putting flowers is in a vase, baby.
The only thing I do with flowers is mixing it with eggs and butter to make cake. Like that's it. That's it.
Give me. Look, man. We know how. I mean, it's a cliche, but it's not. It's not. Look how poor we've seen survival. What you need in the league, and everything gets materialized from the trenches out, not out building in. So
And I think it's just really quick too. Think about this. So the Braves not only gave up the number 14 pick this year, but their first next year too. So
it's the Micah deal minus the Kenny Clark component.
Yeah.
That's what it is, and that's exactly what was supposedly that was the holdup, like when the Raiders finally pulled the trigger. Okay, fine. Well, it was always it had to be those two first, or it wasn't happening.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, was it worth it? I don't think so.
Mm-mm.
I'm looking at their roster. They lost Keaton Mitchell. They're not tendering him, so he's gone. So that's an explosive aspect. That's gone. Zay Flowers is starting, and Rashad Bateman is starting. And then their third wide receiver is the dust particles of DeAndre Hopkins. That's their third wide receiver, and behind him it's not much there.
Particles.
And Mark Andrews is the only tight end. He's the only tight end. There's no other tight ends there. And then their O line is just.
What up? Wait, back up, War Chief. After before Hopkins, in between somewhere, in between.
Yeah, Quintez Walker too.
That's the dude I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
He started to come on a little bit. I mean, a little bit.
He's nice.
He's giving the child please look.
Yeah, but I'm just looking at what Lamar and the Ravens have to go against.
I'm saying he's on roster though, right?
Yeah, no, he's on roster. No, and he's a nice player. Like he's solid. Like he'll be a great number 3, number 4 receiver. But listen, man, Lamar's not getting any older. Josh isn't getting any older. Like you don't start giving them less. You start giving them more.
Yeah.
Like as much as I love Stafford, as great as Stafford is, you don't give him less.
No,
You give him more at this stage in his career.
It'll be interesting because he's definitely in talks for his contract extension. So we'll see how much the Ravens and Biscotti actually, goes and plays into, your take right now, War Chief. Because if they're just going to give him another 4 years, it kind of makes sense. It's kind of in line with what you're saying right now. Like, look, man, this is like no more of these huge contracts. But if they make him a Raven for life, some 6-year contract, 8 years, 7-year contract to pretty much take him into his late 30s.
they're going to end up band-aiding their offensive line this season, and
I
that
don't know.
thinking that because Lamar's mobile, he can get away, he can get around, and it's going to end up backfiring. I mean, Green Bay just let go of their freaking starting center, so maybe they're looking at him and for less money than they would pay
Linderbaum,
Linderbaum. I don't know, but they still need lots of help, and having a second round pick. I mean, there'll be somebody there, yeah, but not like top guys. Supposedly top guys.
So the contract and the agreement today with Lindenbaum, I think reset the center market.
No, it absolutely did.
So the reason that the Giants went out, the reason why the Ravens didn't re-sign him, not because the Ravens didn't want to keep their center, not because Harbaugh didn't want to grab that guy from the Ravens staff. It's because his agent was going to get him top dollar,
right,
more money, that he was going to get him paid, and these two teams were like, and probably others also. Nah, I don't think so. We're not going to go there. Then the Raiders had the money to do it also, so it's not like they overspent. I mean,
No,
like,
they didn't.
they had the cash on hand, and they're probably saying, "Look, we're going to do everything in our power to protect our upcoming asset." By the way, power. I guess that holds Jackson Powers to guard, right? So, sometimes it's all right. Jackson Powers. You remember that when we spoke about that last year?
Yep. Oh yeah. I guess, and Kubiak has already has been talking to him about that. So maybe a change of freaking actually a real offensive line coach.
It'll be.
You know.
Yes, I think it's more along the lines of that. He's going to get the right coaching. I'm going to go out on a limb there, Sniper, Jay Goat.
Jay, I'm reading what he said about.
We need the right
Lamar.
coaching. Well,
Lamar Max smoking a pack, laughing, listening to us talk about them knowing they finna win a chip within the next 3 years.
Smoking a pack. The Sniper's smoking a pack. Thinking that Romeo's would be good on the Ravens. Romeo's a good wide receiver. He's gonna be good on any team if he's used the right way. That's the way I look at it. I think there are some teams where the landing spot for Romeo would be better for us in fantasy than it would be, say, if he was just like on a good team, but yet he's just in a good system and where that necessarily wouldn't help us, much like where he was in Green Bay. He wasn't really a good fantasy asset. He was just very good for them. I don't know if Romeo fits that criteria for the Ravens. I'd like to see him with the Titans still. I think that's still a possibility. The Niners, I think the Niners may not be. Well, I think they're done with after $20 million a season on Mike Evans. I think they're done at wide receiver now.
No, I think it's probably the Patriots probably the best spot for Dobbs.
How much money does the Niners have left?
Not much.
I could check that right now,
Okay, while you're doing that, Brian Thomas Jr. Is he staying or think he goes? And what do you think the price tag will be for him?
It's the same. I don't think he goes. I think he stays in Jacksonville because no team is going to pony up the first round pick.
I don't know, man. It wouldn't really surprise me if freaking Les Snead said, here's the number 13 pick. We don't need quarterbacks now. We're good. That wouldn't surprise me one bit.
I mean, I would do it. I wouldn't expect him to be on the team for the long term, but I would definitely do it. Absolutely. He's better than Mekhi Lemon. All of them. He's better than all of those guys. So yeah, if that's what they want to do, absolutely.
Again, it only makes sense if they're prepared to even up the snaps for Travis Hunter. Then okay, fine. Then I see it. But considering
they draft somebody because they have Parker Washington and then Jacoby Myers, and both of those guys have better chemistry with Lawrence. So this you really need wide receiver 3 to step in, which could be Tim Patrick, I guess, but I don't think so.
I think the guy they draft could be wide receiver 3.
Yeah,
they could draft a guy. They could draft Chris Brazzell from Tennessee and get a 65% BTJ if you're going to use them the same way that you use BTJ.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, that's just how they want to maneuver that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't really see it. They're gonna.
What about the Jets? They got two first. Give up pick 16 for Brian Thomas Jr. On the other side of freaking Garrett Wilson.
Not if I'm in charge.
Well, you're not.
Good point.
But you're asking me, what do you think? Well, I think no. I don't want no. I need that 16th pick. I need that one. I need that. I'm going to try to move up. That's what I'm doing. They're going to try to move up with that pick and probably some other second round capital if necessary to move up in the draft. If you see the moves that the Jets made today, these are all like mid market. These are all role player depth pieces. There were no big names today. They're not doing that. I wouldn't want them to draft a wide receiver in this upcoming draft at 16 either. I wouldn't use it for Brian Thomas Jr. What's wrong with Garrett Wilson?
It's not wrong, but
he's
he's
alone.
already made, doesn't he?
He's not alone. He's not alone. What about
And
Adam
Mitchell
Mitchell?
and,
Oh, you're right. And I missed.
and
No,
Richie-
and I missed.
and Richie?
Sniper, Jay Goat. The discourse on the fantasy goats for Garrett Wilson's getting out of control. No, I'm serious. No, you think? No. What about United with Malik Neighbors?
That would be awesome too.
Yeah.
Concern that's the 5th overall pick. They don't have another first.
But I wouldn't trade the 5th overall pick for him. But I think a second in the future would do it for
Yeah.
him.
Like a 2027 first?
No, like a 2027 second, like 2 seconds.
Yeah.
I don't know if Jacksonville will do that. BTJ with Mac Jones. BTJ with Mac Jones equals greatness.
It
But
does.
Mac Jones is the backup. So how's that
But-
going to work out?
It did work out.
Right. But Mac Jones is with the Niners. He's the backup with the Niners.
What Jay Goat is alluding to is what we've alluded to.
But
Like, you know,
also
maybe-
he always says he wished that Brian Thomas Jr. was drafted by the Niners.
What I'm saying, no, yeah, equals greatness. But I also, what's behind that is that maybe that spike, maybe that rookie sensation type deal with BTJ was because of Mac Jones. Now that we saw him with a full season, albeit that he was a little bit banged up, a little bit hurt.
Greavy.
You know, it wasn't with Mac Jones, it was with Trevor Lawrence. I think that holds some water. I think that definitely holds a little bit of weight. It's Trevor Lawrence. But then again, we saw Parker excel. Once Jacoby came in, he excelled. Travis Hunter was starting to come along on offense. Bretton Strange, when he's on the field, they excelled offensively. They really did. Maybe BTJ can grasp what they're asking him to do. Maybe. And they do move him, but no one's balking on a first round pick.
JX, this is the question for you. Bashan Tootin.
Toot toot.
What about him?
You didn't like him last year.
What about him? He says.
I don't like him still.
So do you think Jacksonville goes for drafts a running back in the second round?
I don't know how high one's gonna go, but I
Right
really
now it's
like.
him and Allen, right? Him and
Yeah,
Quinn
I
Allen?
really like I saw a cut up of Lavoy Allen's pass pro reps during the season.
Mhm.
Oof, that guy's going to see playing time. If you had to ask me right now who has a likelier chance to be a bigger part of the team, I would say Lavoy Allen over Bashaw Tootin.
I like it.
Bashal Tootin survived free agency. Yeah. All right, Coach. Great session. Great part one. Great day one. I want to definitely pick this back up tomorrow. Why don't you like Tootin? Well, the War Chief is not a Tootin fan. Jay Goat baby.
I've never been a Tootin fan.
Jay Goat baby. He's not a Tootin guy. But yeah, we got plenty more Bashal Tootin coming down the pike. I know tomorrow we'll do let's get into the defenses.
Oh yeah,
A lot of defensive players.
a lot.
So like a lot of these teams, they definitely improve themselves. I mean, aside from some of these offensive skill position players, but some of these teams definitely improved on defense.
And we see it drops tomorrow too, and we know some more will be dropping.
And yes, there'll be more offensive as well. So yeah, we'll lump the two together Part 2, NFL free agent frenzy chaos. Let's go defense. Let's go sniper.
Hopefully Trey Henderson gets signed tonight or tomorrow.
Yeah, there you go. There's
Yeah, I
there's
thought
another.
there's a rumor going around that he was heading to Dallas, so I guess that didn't.
Nah, I don't think that's coming. I don't think that's following through no more.
No.
Sean Garrett.
Yeah. Yeah. Defense tomorrow night.
Awesome stuff. Sniper, J-Goat, Chongo, to all the goats. We'll see you tomorrow night. Have a wonderful evening.
Be a difference, make a difference. Stay blessed, everybody.